I needed a small amount of magnet wire for a project. Instead of going online and buying a roll of magnet wire, I remembered I had an old transformer. So I went ahead and stripped apart a transformer and pulled out some magnet wire. Many of the power adapters for electronics devices are like this. They're a simple transformer, and if you were to take the plastic case of this AC adapter, put it on a metal surface, and then hammer it along the edges, that is, you hammer along the seams all around, you'll eventually cause the plastic to break open, and you'll see what's inside. The 120 volts AC here in the US connects to these pins, and you see very, very thin wires for the primary transformer. So this gets wound around here on the bottom part of this iron core, and you have thicker wire over here. This is your output, and this is what's connected to this circuit board. But what we're interested in this example is the wiring in the secondary. That's the low voltage portion here that you see with the thicker wires. You can just take a very small knife. We used a small pen knife and a set of pliers. We broke the plastic that's above this coil of wire, and using the thin knife we went underneath the tape. There was blue tape on this secondary portion, and we lifted up the tape using a knife. We cut the tape away, pushed and pulled the tape through these sides here that are being covered by this iron on both sides. So we pulled the tape out, and then we were able to unroll the tape, and that exposed the magnet wire. So once you have the roll of magnet wire exposed on this portion here, you can start unrolling. And as you're unrolling this wire, be careful. The wire looks like it's bare copper, but it's not. In fact, it's a very, very thin layer of varnish, or enamel as it's called, that's covering the wire. And before you can actually solder this wire to any electrical connections, you have to scrape away the very thin layer of varnish or enamel that's on it. It's this varnish that keeps this wire from shorting together against itself. We just needed a short length of magnet wire. We're going to add an external antenna jack to this AM/FM radio. If you're a homeschooler, science teacher, physics teacher, there are quite a lot of things you can do with this magnet wire. This particular magnet wire is about 28 gauge. You can build electromagnets with it. You can build transformers, coils. You could show how electricity works, magnetism works, inductance, all sorts of cool little projects. And the cost of the materials here is essentially free.